Hi, my name is Aubrey Page. I'm the CEO of the Change Starts Here Collaborative, and we support parents and professionals of kids with brain-based disabilities. And today we're going to talk about reunification. I myself have been a foster parent for 5 years now, and a lot of times I hear, like every time I go anywhere and I mention I'm a foster parent, people are like, oh, my sister's cousin's brother's son was a foster parent and they took the kids away. And sometimes I'll even talk to foster parents who feel like they have very negative experiences because of reunification. And so I want to put reunification in context. So reunification is the goal of foster care. The goal is to send the kids home. And one of the big complaints that I hear is that the kids got sent home under what you consider to be less than ideal circumstances. I want to make it really clear that poverty is not a reason that you shouldn't be able to parent your children. Sometimes we conflate neglect and abuse with poverty. So does it look different for kids in poverty versus in middle class? Yes. Oh, well, I would have my kid in an after school program. I wouldn't leave them home alone at the age of 12. Okay, or 10 or whatever, like that's your choice and that's reasonable for you. But in a lot of under-resourced communities, kids are left home younger, and then sometimes the community keeps an eye out for them because there's a lot more community mindedness there than there is in middle class America. I don't even have to talk to my neighbors on any given week, right? So that's something that's different. I've also heard foster parents say, oh, well, they're allowed to move back in. The kids are allowed to move back in and the parents live in the living room. They would never let me do that. Well, they're not your kids. They're allowed to do that because they're getting their kids back and they're doing what they need in order to give their kids a room and a bed. And that's amazing. That's the hurdles that they had to climb to get to that point were so much higher than you. You are held to a higher standard as a foster parent because you are being entrusted to care for someone else's children. If you have this sweet, adorable baby that moves in and then 2 years down the road, mom gets sober and gets her baby back, that is an opportunity to celebrate with the family, not to fight it. What I see a lot is, oh, well, they've bonded with me. And there's even pushes to change the amount of time that a kid's case is active before they start considering PC to 6 months. Do you know anybody that's gotten sober in 6 months? Have you quit sugar in 6 months? 6 months is nothing. That's not enough time. And also I've heard, well, extended family came out of the woodwork at the last minute. A lot of times extended family won't take a child because they feel confident that the parents are going to get the kid back. And when that doesn't happen, then they're like, oh, okay, well, I was going to take them, but I didn't want to go and step on my sister's toes and try to take her kids, right? There's a family dynamic there that you're not recognizing. And so when we get mad at those family members, we may just be misunderstanding the social dynamics. And the final thing I want to mention is that there are many individuals who have their kids in foster care who have disabilities themselves. And especially, I think FASD is a major factor in children being removed from a home because maybe parents have FASD. Parents can't coordinate all the doctor's appointments and everything because that's a big executive functioning test, right? And then because of that, it makes it very hard for them to complete a case plan. A case plan is a series of steps you have to do to get your kids back. And if your kid who has a brain-based disability can't get their homework done, what are you expecting this adult to be able to do all this? If we have compassion for our kids when they can't complete tasks, we need to have compassion for their parents, period. So reunification is the goal of foster care. Those are some barriers that there are to reunification. There's some reasons that I've seen that people have complained about it. The reality is that our kids that we love and just, oh my gosh, I love them so much. Those kids are small versions of their parents. And if we can have compassion for those kids, we can have compassion for those parents who have experienced extreme trauma themselves growing up and are now trying to cope, likely without all the supports that your kids have right now. So support the parents, get them what they need, set up the IEP so that when they get reunified, everything's good to go, and cheer them on because reunification is beautiful.